YouTube people. I know my first picture looks a little drab when my video starts. I'm sorry. This one might be short, but it's extremely important. Today I'm going to be talking about mail. I know the base where my soldier is. It's huge. It's like a city. And I think I need my sunglasses. It freaked me out the first time that, I didn't hear from her immediately. So one thing you have to remember is it's going to take a while for them to get your mail. And you might hear of others in the same platoon or the same company getting mail and yours didn't get mail. It's just like the post office. Sometimes it takes 3 days to get something from my mom to me, and then sometimes it takes longer. So just know that. The way I see it is if I don't get a letter, I don't freak out. When I do get one, I'm thrilled. So just know that. Different phases, like if they're in red phase or white phase, they are doing different training. My daughter is in infantry, the 22 weeks. They're really working hard. They don't have a lot of time to write. So she has taken, little snippets of time, and so they might not answer questions at all, so don't expect it. What you could do, one of the Facebook groups that I follow suggested, and they actually have it in their files section, but I had to change it because it was geared towards a guy and I have a girl, and some of the questions I thought, like, who's the coolest guy in your platoon? Okay, I'm sorry, that's lame. But anyway, so I said the nicest or whatever. And so anyway, you could write questions that you have and leave space for them to write. Or if it's just a yes or no, you could write yes or no, so all they have to do is circle it. But my daughter liked to elaborate on a few things where I didn't leave enough space, so it was a quite interesting read. I actually sent her labels with her address, with my address, and I don't know what happened. She never uses them, so I don't know if she didn't get them or what, because she never told me. So yeah, when you ask questions, just don't always, like, she wrote me a letter the other day, and actually 3 in the same day, and there was like one that had one of my survey question papers in it, another one had one, and then it also had like 3 little itty bitty pieces of paper she had written all over, in her little spare time. And then another one was a real letter with her paper, which is small paper, not what I bought her when she left. So I don't know. She's writing on something. Send them stamps, send them envelopes. As soon as they get there, no problem with you sending that sort of thing. Anything to write with. Don't send stupid things. Don't send glitter. Don't send funky glasses. Don't send no. Paper, pen, stamps, envelopes, labels with addresses on them. Mine actually took a little notebook that had people's addresses already written in there, so I didn't have to worry about giving her anybody's address. What else? When they ask for things, they're okay to send. Different drill sergeants run their places different, so don't send cookies unless you send them to the drill sergeant. One guy or woman, whoever, sent cookies to the drill sergeant and then sent a package to her soldier. So that was cool. I mean, I guess that drill sergeant thought that was cool. I would never do that. I just wouldn't take a chance of my soldier getting in trouble, because from like one of the first letters was, I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time. and I'm getting chewed out a lot, or as they call it, smoked. So um, they have to do, depending on the drill sergeant, 5 push-ups per letter, which that's part of their training, so don't cry about that. They need it. And packages more, but I'm not sure how much. Because when I asked her, she didn't know. That was one of those surveys. Those surveys, actually, I got things answered without a ask. If you just write a letter and you have questions in there, I wasn't getting anything back. But mine does not write letters. She's not the writing type. So, but back to something I was talking about a minute ago. When she wrote all those letters, she said, they're calling me Tick Tick. And I'm like, I have no clue why. And then I read, because I didn't read them in order, I guess. And then I read another one, and she's like, I'm on crutches. I'm like, why are you on crutches? Freak out. And she never really said anything, but her hip was bothering her. I don't think they would stick you on crutches unless there's something else going on. So I'm just here to tell you, moms, dads, wives, whoever, they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna whine in their letters. My ex-husband now was at Relaxin' Jackson. Of course, now this was back in the 80s. It might have been different. And he cried about being sick and oh, it's cold, and you know, they're gonna whine. Just know that this is part of their training. They're safe. They're taken care of. This was actually supposed to be about the mail. I just kind of went off on a tangent. But still, no matter what they write, always send them back encouragement. Do not say your dog died 3 days ago. That would not be a good thing to be telling them now. I mean, I know that would be hard to keep that from someone, but they are training. They are trying to go from civilian to soldier. This is something that's, I mean, mind-boggling to us because we don't know what all they're going through, but they're going through a lot of mental, physical stress. So please do not stress them out by saying, I miss you so much I can't stand it. I probably told my daughter this at the beginning, and then I was sorry I'd sent that one. But, you know, at least I didn't tell her I cried for 3 days. But always be encouraging. Just let them know. Like, you can put, like, I had printed out pictures that I had found on Facebook that actually has Army themes, and they are Bible verses. So I thought that was really cool. But I've only printed out one to send. I don't know. I just got lazy on that. But that's a cool thing. Some of them say don't put anything on the outside of the envelopes because they'll get in trouble. Well, my daughter's never mentioned anything, and I did just like my mom always does, and on the back of the envelope I stuck a sticker. It would have a flag or something patriotic, so maybe that's why they didn't say anything bad. But so anyway, just know that the mail is going to take a long time. You can get on your, I don't know what it is, United States Postal Service.com, whatever, and sign up for something. I didn't know about this in the beginning, so that's why I'm telling this. Informed mail. Now, mine's not always right, but when I get a letter from my daughter, I always have a picture of it so far, because today I might get one. It looks like all I have is junk mail. They took a picture of one thing. Well, yesterday they took a picture of a couple of things, and I actually had a birthday card from my mom in there. That picture was not on there. So I don't know how many things they can actually take pictures of, because like when I look at it, I'm on my cell phone, I'm at work, and I have no internet access, you know, like laptop. But they do say click here to go into your back office. I don't know, I've never checked that out, but it clearly says you do not have a package today. But it's not always right, but it's just nice. Also, there is in the file section, if you're on one of the sites, one of the groups, I should say, they mention being able to send letters through the internet straight to the base and they get printed out, whatever. That costs money. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm not interested in doing that. I'm cheap, whatever. And I send something every other day, or at least I did until I got the phone call about her may not, we don't get family weekends. So today I would have been driving to Georgia to see her for 2 days, but since we don't know what's going on, she's going to be recycled or something. I might get a letter. I don't know. I might get a phone call. I don't know. So, the mail is just like the mail in real life. When you send something to a base, it might take, them forever. And they will send you a letter and it will say, why have you forgotten about me? Why are you not writing me? Just as soon as you get their address, already have, excuse me, something ready to send immediately. When they're in reception, they can write you. I would not send anything to that address, though. She did not put a return address on hers. She was only in reception 7 days. Sometimes they get backed up, and they are in there longer. And I have heard people say they can send them letters. I would just be afraid he would get lost, and I'm wasting my time. So I just haven't done it. Or I didn't do it. I just waited patiently. And I wrote keep them up with things that are going on at home. Your puppy's doing something cute today or whatever, your son, your daughter, whatever. Just, so I started doing like a journal letter. And they say don't send a lot at one time. And I did, because I had 13 pages, because it took her, it was like 7 days she was gone until I heard from her and got an address. So anyway, the mail is the mail is the mail. Don't freak out. Just send something every day, every other day, however you can afford it. Packages, make them small, condense them, because they'll have to do more push-ups the bigger they are, probably. The DS will be standing right there watching them to see what they've got in that package. So if they have something in there they are not allowed to have, they will take it. But they won't throw it in the trash. They put them with their civilian clothes, their cell phone, and all that. And so when they graduate, they'll get it back. But they will get smoked for having what they call contraband. Do not send fingernail clippers with the thing that you can clean your underneath your fingernails with. That is a no-no. That is a weapon. So just think before you send anything. If they ask for protein bars, look up on your company site. Your commander's letter might have information in there. Mine did not. I had to wait until she asked, and then the company site had put up, we're having a problem. These are the protein bars that are what we want them to have, and these are junk. Kind bars are amazing, but they are not a protein bar. They have to have so much protein in them. So that's a thing to remember. When you send things, make sure they are exactly what they are supposed to have. If they ask you for PT clothes, I learned this the other day. If they ask for PT clothes, they do sell them. It's called Ranger something. That's online. It's a store, or you can actually find them on Amazon. Just look up Army PT uniform, and somebody said the shirts had to be 100% cotton. I don't know if that's correct. That's just what I heard. Just passing on the information. So that's just about all I can think about for mail. This ended up being a lot longer than I thought. So if you have any questions, comments, you want to email me, it's lifewithkathy with Kathey @gmail.com. If you like this, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a whole series on the Army, what I've learned with mine being in basic. But but that's not all I'm going to be posting about. So I just thought that was very much needed because I needed this kind of information, and I always look on YouTube and I cannot find things. So what I can't find, I'm going to be doing to help you. So anyway, normally I smile and laugh all the time. These videos look so serious, but I guess when I talk serious about something serious, I get serious. So anyway, I am a very joyous, happy, Jesus loving girl. So have a wonderful day, be blessed, and send those letters.